Hi everyone, welcome to Slow Flow Yoga. Let's begin spine to mat. Take your time, easing your way down, making connection to the mat. Keep the knees bent, rest the arms alongside the body, and just rock the pelvis from side to side, walking the feet to the edges of your yoga mat. So lining the small toe up with the edge of the yoga mat, we drop the knees to touch. So taking some time here to connect with breath, closing the eyes and relaxing the muscles of the face. As you inhale and exhale, it may feel comfortable to bring the hand to the low abdomen and the upper chest to feel the breath take shape. Begin with natural flow of breath, noticing the inflation on the inhale and the deflation on the exhale. Breathing into the low belly, into the hand, you can begin to transition to 3-part breath, deepening the breath into the areas of the upper chest, the rib cage, and the low abdomen. So notice the pace or the rhythm of your breath. And begin to set a rhythm to the breath that will carry you through the practice. And from natural flow of breath, 3-part breath, we'll ease into what I like to call whole body breath. Just becoming aware of the front body, side body, and the back body. Take one more round here. Inhale and exhale. Release the breath completely. Release the hands alongside the body, pressing palms down into the mat, and then we'll engage through the soles of the feet, heel, toe, the feet back in line with the hips. And we can draw the right knee in towards the right side of the body. Take time to interlace the hands either in front or underneath. Make the connection that feels good for you. Circle out through that right ankle. Inhale, engage. Exhale, draw the right knee, right thigh towards the right side of the body. Inhale again. Opening up through the hip crease on the right side. Exhale, draw the right knee, right thigh in. Inhale. And this time as you exhale, dropping that right knee into the right hand and maybe releasing the left hand down towards the left hip. So begin to open up through that right hip. Continuing with the breath there. And then exhale back through center and slowly release the right leg down. Left knee comes in. Interlace the hands in front of the left knee or underneath. Make the connection of hands to knee. Circle out through that left ankle. Inhale, engage. Exhale, draw the left knee, left thigh towards the left side of the body. Keep working with the breath here, opening up the hip crease on the left side. Inhale again. And this time as you exhale, releasing the right hand and allow the left knee to fall into the left hand. Right hand can be gently placed alongside the right hip or on the pelvis. Just breathe into the opening of that left hip. And exhale, bringing that left knee back through center. Both knees will come in, right hand to right knee, left hand to left knee. Inhale and exhale, rock it out from side to side. Gently shifting on to the hips and maybe into the shoulders as you rock a bit. We'll keep the knees bent and the arms will come to the inside of the legs. Maybe the hands will hold on to the low legs or the ankles. We'll begin to open up through the hips and the knees here, but lifting up the feet. So the soles of the feet are now parallel to the ceiling. So this is the first stage of lying stirrup pose. You can hold here and continue to breathe. If you'd like to deepen into the pose, the first two fingers can hook on to the great toes. Readjusting the shoulders here, back of the head presses down, and then the elbows align with the inner aspect of the knees. So just holding here, extending out through the heels, and pressing down through the sacrum, so that bit of spine that is below the lumbar spine, that gentle curve of the low back. So staying engaged through the abdominal muscles. Inhale and exhale. Once you're here, you may want to rock a bit. So moving with the breath and opening through the low body. Keeping the soles of the feet parallel to the ceiling. We'll take one more round of breath here. Exhale, release the hands, release the arms, slowly release the legs, soles of the feet back down along to the mat. Arms by sides of the body, and you can adjust the pelvis here and lengthen out through the legs. So a whole body stretch will feel comfortable. Inhaling, arms up towards the ceiling, and then extending the arms overhead. Full body stretch, you can point the toes, exhale. Inhale, walk the feet to the lower left corner of your mat and cross the right ankle over the left. From here, reach the hands to the upper left corner of your mat and take the right hand to the left wrist. Gentle stretch here. Right side of the body, feeling an ease to the breath. Exhale back through center as you walk the feet to the lower right corner of the mat, crossing left ankle over right, reaching both arms to the upper right corner of the mat. Left hand will take the right wrist, and give a stretch here to the outside of the left body. Breathing in and breathing out. Full inhale. Exhale, release the arms, release the legs. And you may want to bend through the knees again. And just gently rock from side to side through the pelvis. Bring the arms down alongside the body. And slowly, we will roll onto one side. So right or left, it doesn't matter. But just take your paws on one side. And we'll all meet back in table pose. So hands and knees here. Take your time setting up your space. It's great to have a few blocks handy. Otherwise, hands under shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Press down through the tops of the feet here. Shift forward and back. Tuck the pelvis under. Roll the shoulders back and down. Maybe sway from side to side. Some circles are nice in the hips, right to left, left to right. Gaze between the hands, full breath into the body here. And then exhale, we'll tuck the pelvis around the spine, lengthen through the arms, and hang the head heavy. The chin tucks towards the chest, and we'll sway it out. Inhale, rolling pelvis towards the mat, opening up through the heart space, lifting the gaze. Exhale, in through center. Shift and sway from side to side. And one more round. Inhale. And exhale. From here, we'll meet back into neutral table, readjusting the shoulders and the pelvis. We'll walk the hands to the upper right corner of the mat and just reach with the hands and hinge the hips back. You can hang the head heavy between the arms. Full breath into the body here. Exhale completely. Inhale, take your lift. Walk the hands over to the upper left corner of the mat. Just reach with the fingertips. Roll the shoulders down. Tuck the pelvis. Ears line up with the inner aspect of the elbows. Full round of breath here. Exhale completely. Inhale, lift your gaze. Slide the hands back underneath the shoulders. And we'll curl the toes underneath, pressing down towards the mat. So I like these rock backs just to engage the body. Try not to lock through the shoulders and the elbows and the wrists, and open up the space between the fingers. So from here, we'll press into the mat. Inhale and hover the knees, and then finish it out by exhaling and lifting those hips into your downward dog. Make sure you pedal press it out. Feel comfortable in this pose where the head is below the heart. And we continue to breathe in and breathe out. Stretching out, you can walk the feet to the edges of the yoga mat, pressing the small toes side down, coming up onto tented fingers here, just drawing some circles with the front of the body onto the mat, right to left, and then left to right. Stretching through the backs of the legs and creating some space in the upper body here. Coming back down onto the palms and stepping the feet in towards hip width. Pedal press it out as you fully bend into one knee and then the other, getting into the hips as well. And then hinging back, ears line up with the elbows. Full breath in, long breath out. Inhale, come all the way up onto the tiptoes. From here, engaging the low abdominal muscles. Notice how the shoulders stack over the wrists. And then exhale, heels to mat. We'll take that one more time. Inhale, coming up onto the tiptoes. And then exhale, heels to mat. We'll add right and left. Inhale, come up onto the tiptoes. Exhale, both heels to the lower right corner of the mat. Inhale, come back up through center. And then exhale, lower the heels down to the left corner. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, heels through center. And then walk the feet maybe about one good step forward. And then widen the feet so the small toes line up with the edge of your yoga mat and come up onto tented fingers here. So you should be able to get the whole foot down, all four corners of the feet. Left hand comes underneath the gaze. Bend the left knee Reach the right arm out to the side, inhale, and then lift up that right arm all the way towards the ceiling. Full breath in here, and then exhale, right hand to left knee. Drop that right elbow down towards the mat and hang the head here. Full breath in, long breath out. Take your time, one more round of breath. Adding a twist in the upper spine, stretching through the backs of the legs. Inhale, lift your gaze, switch out the hands, right hand underneath your gaze. Bend the right knee, left arm out to the side. Inhale, reaching that left arm all the way up towards the ceiling. Full breath in here. And then exhale, left hand finds the right knee. Drop the left elbow down towards the mat. Hang the head heavy. Full breath in, long breath out. One more round of breath. Exhale, release the left hand. Walk the hands forward. Step back into your aligned downward dog. Paddle press it out. Table pose at any time here. Otherwise, we'll press down into the left foot, bending the right knee, bringing right knee towards right elbow. Shoulders stack here. Extend the right leg behind. And then we'll bring the right foot to the right thumb. So easing into our lunge here and lowering down with that back left leg. Blocks are great. And just allow the blocks to be extensions of the arms. Roll the shoulders back and down. Press down through the right foot and stay here and connect with your breath. We'll open up through the hips into a series of lunges known as dragon lunge. So this begins with the support of the block and the extended back left leg. So take your time to connect with breath. And then we'll bring the block on the right side to the inside of the right foot. And you can walk the right foot to the edge of your yoga mat. And then from here, it's nice to stack the blocks for the support of the forearms as we take our dragon lunge into resting dragon. So the forearms can press down onto the blocks here, and you can release through the head and neck and breathe here. So upper back, middle back, low back, takes the breath in. Exhale down through the right foot. Exhale down through the elongated left leg. You can stay here, keep pace with your breathing, or we'll take it into the next stage known as winged dragon. So we open up that knee to the side. So the right knee points out away from the right hip, and maybe that right great toe lifts and the inner right heel lifts. So just be guided by breath and comfort as you open up through that right hip, stretching through the inner aspect of the right thigh, and releasing head and neck here. Breath in, breath out. Inhale, take the foot back down, draw the right knee in towards the center line of the body. Shift the weight into the left forearm to press the hands back up. Roll the shoulders back and down. Walk that right foot in a bit. And then from here, I like to keep the left hand on the block and then stretch it out through that right hand. So inhale, extend, and then exhale, we'll take a twist. Towards the right knee, reaching the right hand up towards the ceiling. You can release that left hand down to the floor, but breathe into the whole side of the right rib cage. And then exhale, release the right hand down. So shift the blocks up so they'll be ready for the other side. Tented fingers are great as you walk that right foot in. We'll curl the left toes under to lift the back left knee and take a few rock backs here. Just hinging forward and hinging back. And as you're ready, right foot to left, find your downward dog. Pedal press it out, getting into the hips. And then stepping it out so the right foot is planted and the left knee flexes towards the left elbow. Full breath in here and then extend left leg. Next time the right knee comes in, the left knee, the left foot will come towards the left thumb. So take your time here as you enter into the lunge, the dragon series on the left side, and then lower the right leg down, top of the right foot presses. Blocks are great. Extensions of the arms, so you can press down and ground through that left foot. Roll the shoulders back. Take your gaze up and breathe here. As you feel ready, we walk the left foot towards the left side of the yoga mat, bringing the block to the inside of the left leg, and then stack the blocks to your comfort level for the forearms to rest. So dragon lunge into resting dragon here. Chin to chest, breath in and breath out. You can stay right here, or you can begin to open up that left knee and left hip to the side, lifting through the left great toe and the inner aspect of the left heel. So find your external rotation in your winged dragon, and breathe here. Slowly draw that left foot back towards the mat, left knee towards center line of the body. Shift the weight into the right forearm, and then press the left hand into the block so you walk yourself back up. And then from here, right hand will stay on the block, and you can extend through the left arm. Take your time here, inhale, and then exhale, take your twist towards the left knee as you reach up towards the ceiling. Full breath in. Long breath out and release. So the blocks, bring them to the front of the mat. Tented fingers, walk that left foot back in line. Curl the right toes under and lift the back right leg. Give a couple rock backs here. And then left foot to right foot. Pedal press it out and stretch it out. From here, downward dog, we'll spring off through the heels, activate the back body, and come down into our high plank pose, rolling shoulders down, activating the low abdominal muscles, and really pressing back through the heels. So inhale, push the mat away, exhale, dog. Inhale, come all the way down into your high plank. Exhale, holding your plank. Inhale, push the mat away. Exhale, downward dog. The next round will lower belly down towards the mat, and you can inchworm it with the knees and the chin. So hinging forward, inhale, find your high plank, roll the shoulders back and down. Don't lock the elbows. Press press down through the pads of the fingers, knees down, bending through the elbows. You can bring the chin down into your inchworm and then soften through the tops of the feet. Tuck the pelvis, belly to mat. Folding forearms and drop the chin. So just rock a bit from side to side, easing any tension out of the low back. And from here, make any adjustments on your mat that are needed. But connect breath with belly to mat. So it should feel a bit different as you inhale. Upper back lifts, rib cage widens, and then your low back should lift. Full belly presses into the mat, and then exhale, long and slow. Navel pulls in towards the spine, pulling away from the mat. From here, shift the weight into the left side. Bring the right hand towards the right shoulder, left hand towards the left shoulder, and then the elbows, tuck them in towards the rib cage here. Head and neck in line with the spine. From here, we'll inhale up and then slide the arms forward into our Sphinx pose. So the forearms are pressing down, and then just try not to roll the shoulders forward. We want to roll them back and open through the heart space. Gaze is down either between the hands or at the edge of your yoga mat. We'll take 3 rounds of breath in Sphinx. Second breath together. Third breath together. Exhale completely. We'll bend through the left forearm and then reach back with the right hand towards the right shoulder. So just giving a gentle lift. And I like to shift onto the left hip and bend the right knee here, and then give myself a little bit of adjustment space to reach back and find that right foot. So right hand to right foot, we've come all the way up onto the left hip, and then we're going to come back down. So we'll just take half bow here, pressing the foot into the hand, get the opening through the upper body, and try to press into that left forearm into the mat. Full breath in, long breath out. One more round. Third breath together, pressing that right foot into the right hand. Exhale, slowly release hand from foot, folding right forearm now in front, and then shifting the weight as you lower that right leg, curling the toes under to give you some leverage. Shift your weight into the right side, and then the left hand will come towards the left shoulder. We'll make the adjustments with that right elbow. Bend into the left knee, and then reach back. Left hand finds left foot. So we're leaning onto our right side, and then once we have access, we can roll back onto the belly. So from here, hold on to the foot either in front, on top, inside, outside, however it feels good to get that connection of hand to foot. But see if you can press the foot into the hand. Find a lift in the upper body, breath in, and breath out. Second breath together. And third round of breath. And then slow release. Left hand comes around. And you may want to walk the forearms forward so you can bring the forehead to the forearms as you gently lower that left leg. Make adjustments in the pelvis and then bend both knees and just sway the legs from side to side, right to left, left to right. So be guided by comfort here for full bow. We'll bring the legs come to stillness in the center here. Realign the knees with the hips. Hands back underneath the shoulders. And it's important to tuck the chin so the forehead is pressing down. Make the adjustments here, belly to mat. I like to keep the head and neck down as you reach back, left hand, right hand. Now you can stay here, no problem. Just make your connection and press the feet into the hands so you can open up through the shoulders and the upper back. Take a couple rounds of breath here. If it's calling you to get the lift, just inhale and lift your gaze beyond the edge of your yoga mat and see if you can press the feet into the hands. Full breath in, long breath out. 2 more times if you have the lift. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Tuck the chin, press the forehead down, and slowly release the hands back underneath the shoulders. And then release the legs as you sway from side to side. One more round of breath here. Hands underneath the shoulders. And we'll use the strength of the leg muscles and the hands to inhale, push the mat away, pressing into the thighs, and hinge back. Take the knees to the width of the yoga mat here and allow the great toes to touch. And then hinge back in towards the heels as you soften into a wide knee child pose. So a great counter stretch to all of those back bends, sphinx, half bow, and full bow. So maybe a round of 5 breaths would feel helpful here. Upper back, middle back, and low back. Second breath into third breath. Fourth breath into fifth breath. As you exhale, completely shift the weight to the right to align the left hand. Shift the weight to the left and align the right hand. We'll walk those hands forward, lifting the hips away from the heels and realigning the knees. So we're back in our table pose. Always room for rock backs and always room for spinal stretches. So take an inhale and an exhale. Back to neutral table, we'll curl the toes under, shift forward and back, inhale, hover the knees, lift the hips up, exhale, pedal press it down. Taking time in your downward dog, head below the heart. Breath in and breath out. Stretching through the heels. We'll inhale, right knee to right elbow, exhale, extend that right leg. And then from here, we can bring the right foot perpendicular to the right side of the mat, and then open up to the small toe side of the left foot. Make sure the left hand is underneath the left shoulder. Reach that right arm out to the side, and then inhale, right arm all the way up towards the ceiling. Full breath in here, long breath out. One more round, inhale. Exhale, release the right hand down, and then rotate the feet, right foot to left, Downward dog, and we'll take it to the other side. Make all your adjustments to feel comfortable in the body. Inhale, left knee to left elbow. Exhale, extend. Inhale, left foot perpendicular to the left side of the mat, and make your adjustments as you roll that right foot to the small toe side. Make sure the right hand is underneath the right shoulder. Reach that left arm forward first, and then up towards the ceiling. Full breath in, long breath out. One more round here. Inhale, and then exhale. Release the left hand down, and then rotate the feet. Find your downward dog, maybe taking a wider stance, small toe to the edges of the yoga mat, tented fingers here, releasing head and neck and just shaking your head yes or no. Breath in and breath out. Slowly we'll begin to bend into the legs and walk the feet towards the hands, towards the front of your mat. So staying in a forward fold, just aligning all four corners of the feet and maybe finding a block. Hands can press down onto the outside edges of the block just so you can get a half lift here, extending through the crown of the head. Inhale, and then exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up through the crown of the head, extending through the spine. Exhale, forward fold. And then one more time before we stand. Extend through the crown of the head. And exhale, release. It's always important to take your time to rise up. So hands can release away from the block. You can walk the hands up the legs if you like. You can hold on to opposite elbows. You can allow the arms to dangle completely. But the idea is to engage the muscles of the low body. So active ankles and knees in order to press the feet into the mat and slowly unravel the spine. So as you unravel the spine, the head and neck is the last to rise. You're rolling shoulders back and down, and then we're coming to standing. So for standing pose mountain, we'll engage the feet to the mat. And then from here, tuck the pelvis under as if you're zipping up your jeans. And then inhale the arms up towards the ceiling. You can take your gaze up if you like. Drop the shoulders, press the hands together. Exhale down through heart space. Take the time to press the thumbs towards the upper chest. Close your eyes. Relax the muscles of the face. 3 rounds of breath here, hands to heart. Second breath into third breath. Third breath together. And exhale completely. Release the fingers down towards the earth, towards the floor, towards the mat. Roll the shoulders back and down and open your eyes. So for our balance pose, I thought we would do dancer. And it's great if you have a wall. If you haven't stood on one leg for a while, it's nice to get your balance with a wall handy. So just pressing the weight into the left foot and then popping up through the right heel. And then maybe bringing that right knee in line with the right hip. If you're working with balance and you'd like a wall, just press the hand into the wall and stay here for the first stage of the pose. Try not to lock through the left knee. Second stage of the pose will be to take the right hand to the right foot. But I like to bring the upper body down towards the lower body to make that happen, and also draw the right knee down in towards the mat. So it's like a whole body hinge here, and you can hook onto the foot. So right hand to right foot, bending into left knee, and then press the foot into the hand to uplift through the body. And then see if you can rise up with the left arm. Full breath in here. You can also press into the wall for that stability and support. If you'd like to go deeper. From here, inhale, and then exhale, you can take it forward. So just as we did in half bow and full bow, we press the foot into the hand, and then take the comfort from the inside or outside of hand to foot. So adjust your foothold, or use the support of the wall. Take a full round of breath here. And slowly release. We'll take it to the other side. Having the wall handy is helpful. Root down through the right foot, and then just come up through the left heel and bring left knee in line with left hip. So this is your crane pose, and if you're working with balance, gaze down, edge of yoga mat, focus on something that doesn't move, and just take your time here. So trying not to lock through the standing right leg. And when you're ready to find hand to foot, bring the whole upper body towards the low body, and this left knee dives down towards the mat, left hand to left foot, hook on so it feels comfortable, and then from here, you can use the support of the wall to gain stability, press the foot into the hand, and inhale the right arm up. So find that length and lift, breath in, breath out. Hinge it forward as you feel comfortable, or use the support of the wall. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, reach up, and then slowly release. Circle out through the ankles. And from here, we'll take a wide stance on the mat. So feet wider than hip width. Hands to hips, roll the shoulders back. And then bend into the knees here. So just take your time. Right knee, left knee. Right knee, and left knee. So the toes are pointing out and the heels are pointing in. Take your time here. We'll bend into both knees. So it's important not to lean forward. We want to lean back, tuck the pelvis under. Stay strong and steady through the low body. So there'll be some burning, some warming that happens in the low body, and that's okay. So we stay here. Breath in, breath out. From here we can open up the arms. Palms face forward, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Breath in, exhale, palms together. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. And exhale, close. We'll take it one more time. Inhale, open. Exhale, and close. So from here, hands can come to the hips, and you can steady it out, right to left. This is also a really wonderful way to come into a squat. So I really like the wider stance football squat. So toes are pointing forward now. I'm easing my way. And the forearms are coming down towards the thighs. So what we don't want to do is bring the hips up. We want to drop the pelvis down towards the mat. So take your time finding your squat. And then what I like to do is release in a forward fold. Release the hands, hang the head heavy, and then come back in to your football squat. And switch it out from side to side. Exhale and forward fold. And then one more time. Inhale into your football squat. And then exhale, forward fold. Shift and sway from side to side. And depending on where you are on your mat, we'll just walk the hands forward and we'll step the feet back in line. So we're in a downward dog. And from downward dog, this will be a transition pose. Inhale, maybe coming all the way up onto the tiptoes, exhaling the heels down. And then inhale, coming forward, shoulders stack over the wrists, knees come down, and we're in our table pose. So from here, we'll walk the hands towards the knees, and we're going to bring the right foot, the sole of the right foot, to the front of the left thigh. So this is deer pose. It's nice to have a prop handy. So sole of the right foot to the front of the left thigh. And just make comfort happen with the left ankle. So you can roll up a blanket or fold up your yoga mat if you'd like. But from here, we'll just roll the shoulders back and down. You can stay right here. Breathe into the hips and the knees. Or we'll bring the right hand to the right hip and find a lift. So inhale, open up that left arm, reaching towards the ceiling, and lift up the pelvis and stretch through the body. We'll take that one more time. So exhale and lower. Inhale and lift. Exhale and lower. Inhale and lift. This time as we exhale, we'll find the prop and we'll come forward. So easing into resting deer. Forehead to block. So take your time here, 5 full breaths. Begin to cool down the body. Second breath into third breath. Third breath into fourth breath. Fourth breath into fifth breath. Shift the weight to the right, unpeel the forehead away from the prop, shift the weight to the left. And then from here, we'll take it to the other side. So I always like to use the upper body to release through the low body. So use the hands here and just switch out the legs. So the sole of the left foot will come to the front of the right thigh here. Take your time to make the adjustments and the comfort underneath the ankles and the feet. Roll the shoulders back and down. Left hand will come to the left hip, and we'll inhale and lift through the right arm, pelvis up. Exhale and sweep it down. Inhale again, find your lift. And then exhale, sweep it down. Find your prop, and we'll take it forward, forehead to the block, resting deer. A round of 5 breaths here, settle in and breathe in. Long breath out. Second breath into third breath. Third breath together. Fourth breath. And fifth breath. Slowly we'll shift the weight to the left side, pressing into the right hand. So back and forth, just unpeel your forehead from the prop to rise up, and then use the hands to gently lift the low body out of this pose. So adjust yourself where it feels comfortable for you to come back down, spine to mat. We'll keep the knees bent here. Walk the feet in towards the pelvis. Readjust the pelvis here. So you have this beautiful curve in the low back. We'll just press it into the mat. So we find stability in the pelvis, arms alongside the body. And we'll just take a couple bridge lifts here. So inhale, pressing into the feet. As we lift up the pelvis, we'll reach the hands up towards the ceiling, extending the arms up overhead. So keeping the knees in line with the hips here, full breath in, and then as you lower, slowly spine to mat, arms alongside the body, pelvis comes down. So we just coordinate this movement with the breath. Inhale, find your lift. Press the backs of the hands onto the mat or the floor as they reach up overhead. And then exhale, slowly lower down. And we'll take it one more time, finding that bridge lift. And lower. Spine to mat, arms alongside the body. Walking the feet in, right knee comes in. Interlace the fingers. Inhale, engage, just as we did in the beginning of this video class. Exhale, draw right knee, right thigh towards the right side of the body. And then slowly slide the left leg long. And we'll draw the right knee over the left side of the body. So just taking a lying spinal twist here. The right hand will come from the hip to the rib cage to the shoulder and just reach that arm up overhead. And then you can take it out to the side. Your gaze can follow towards the right shoulder, the right hand, and you can use this left hand to press down through the knee, through the hip, whatever feels comfortable. And take your round of breath here. Inhale, come back up through center. And then release that right leg. Make adjustments with the body. Left knee comes in. Interlace the hands in front of the left knee or underneath. Inhale, engage. Exhale, draw left knee, left thigh towards the left side of the body. Sliding the right leg long. We'll gently bring this left knee across the body towards the right. Make adjustments with the hip, left hand, rib cage, shoulder, extending that left arm up overhead and then out to the side, and allow the gaze to follow. Finding your lying spinal twist here. Slowly release that left leg back through center. Extending left leg long. Bringing the arms up overhead, pointing the toes, full body stretch. Inhale. Exhale, bending the knees, bringing the hands to each knee, and then lifting the head and neck away, chin to chest here. Curl yourself into a ball. And then exhale, fully release the whole body down. So at this point, you could find any stretch that would feel comfortable within your body. And I will take the time now to hold space for you for your rest pose.